Hello and welcome back to A Few Bits of News. I'm TB Sliver, and today we're going over a few bits of news from the gaming industry and adjacent areas. This week, after 2 large news weeks, we're letting Kremlik sleep a little and wrapping up some older news we have Hello, Kremlik? What do you mean, stop the recording? But today is our recording day. Oh, there's a live event on at the time. Okay. Sorry, I thought you just said that there's 4 events today. Oh? It's come early! Adding to the reasons not to keep your Wii U, Zelda Skyward Sword is headed to the Switch, which, with launch in July, adds yet another amiibo to the collection. However, your excitement may turn sour when you discover something that has set the community on fire. The amiibo has a locked quality of life feature for the game, and it's not cheap. The feature itself basically allows the player to take to the air in the game's iconic loft wing anywhere in the game and return to the same place with the same tap of the amiibo. Without the feature, players can only return to the sky and land at the set location as originally intended, which involves a fair bit of backtracking. What really has the fanbase enraged is the price, given that the standard amiibo is normally £11 to £13, with some of the larger ones being £18. This amiibo apparently would set people back £25 from some locations on a limited pre-order, or currently, as of writing, £30 from Amazon, which is over half the price of the actual game. At this point, our lawyers would like to point out Amazon does lower the price and refund if needed, once the actual release price is set. Kremlik points out that this isn't the only time Nintendo have kept content locked to an amiibo, as the Twilight Princess HD Wolf-Link amiibo had an extra dungeon unlock on use in the game, which was bundled with the title for £50 at the time, but also it unlocked Wolf-Link as a limited time pet in Breath of the Wild. Those that want the amiibo before the scalpers get them, keep an eye out for that, as it's up for pre-order in many digital retailers right now. Speaking of which... In another "this is why we can't have nice things," US retailers Walmart and Target pulled stock of Pokemon the trading card game packs and decks, with Target also pulling MLB, NFL, NBA cards, citing safety concerns when a gun was pulled outside a Target when they were assaulted for the sports trading cards. No one was hurt at the time. This came after people were reporting that Walmart restricted the sale of Magic the Gathering cards to 1 per customer, and Target limiting the sale of sports cards back in March. Whereas Target has suspended the sale store-wide, Walmart is still under manager's discretion, which has seen grown men rush into their stores and grab packs in a Black Friday manner, as videoed by Instagram user TCG Grassy last week. Several reasons have been cited, such as the current pandemic impacting production of the cards, and the rise of popular content creators increasing in number, with pack opening streams and videos. However, the more common suggestion is the rise of scalping over the past year with the events of the PS5 sales. Whereas it's normally common for CCG and TCG collectors to buy boosters in bulk, get what they need and sell the rest, with particular rare cards going for higher costs, these current purchases have just been sold on platforms like eBay and Facebook completely sealed for high prices. This isn't the only time this year Pokemon cards and scalping have come up. McDonald's back in April announced that it would be limiting Happy Meal toy purchases in the UK to 1 per meal, beginning last Wednesday 19th May with Pokemon's 25th anniversary. The reason for this is the chaos back in February with the same offer in the US, in which there were special Pokemon cards in each Happy Meal. This led to people buying up thousands of dollars worth of meals and throwing away the whole meal just to gain the cards. That's if the cards actually make it into the meals in the first place, as sealed stock boxes intended to be used by the staff to distribute in store just appeared on eBay at the same time. Let us hope the laws limiting the profit of scalpers are made sooner rather than later. Bungie's Destiny 2 ended its 24-hour world first race event for its re-released Destiny 1 raid Vault of Glass this past weekend. The race was split into 2 parts due to the raid mostly being a 1-to-1 copy of its original. Complete the first run of the raid and the challenge mode was activated, which was a series of takes that required the teams to take down the bosses a certain way. If they failed the task, the whole team would wipe. The twist was the actual requirements to complete these tasks were hidden from the players, and only the titles of these tasks gave the tiniest hint of what to do. Victory came 4 hours later to the fireteam of, I'm sorry for butchering your names, Saltagrepo, Cruz, Moopel, Gogvan, Kairos and Slap, who not only gained world first in the whole run, but were the first team to clear the normal version with a whole 45-minute difference, only really stumbling in the final challenges due to nerves and the challenges being very vague. Sadly, the event was slightly marred over the fact a member of the second place team in the normal runs used a name which was clearly against terms of service and deeply offensive, which Kremlik would only refer to as a pizza cutter. Players were quick to point this out to Bungie staff, which in turn they quickly banned the player, who continued to use throwaway accounts to not only attack the player base, but the community managers as well. This person was truly a pizza cutter. For anyone wondering what pizza cutter means, go and ask Kremlik. In other Destiny news, Bungie needed to explain the large changes to the Season Challenge EXP values in Season 14. Bungie stated due to a bug within the Season 12 to Season 13 transition, Season 13, which was the first season of the challenge system, somehow gained the EXP bonuses from the Season 12 reward track, stacking the values. In Season 14, Bungie fixed this issue, going further by not only extending the different reward values, but fully explaining how much each reward should give you, although in terms of full and half levels, not actual numbers. Again, we congratulate Saltagrappo and his fire team, who you can find their runs on the relative streaming services. In the very early hours of yesterday morning, Square Enix celebrated the 35th year of Dragon Quest in a big way. Its major reveal was the official announcement of Dragon Quest XII. Although logo only, the theme set a darker tone to the series, in which the creator had previously stated Dragon Quest was for adults in relation to the game. For the first time in the mainline series, this will be a worldwide release, however no date has been set as of yet. Secondly, a HD remake of the Dragon Quest III was shown, brought to us by Octopath Traveler producer Masaki Hayasaka, bringing the game's art style and design to the DQ series. Again, no date has been set. MMORPG Dragon Quest X had a spin-off announcement featuring characters from the game in Dragon Quest Treasures, launching worldwide, and finally an offline version of the MMORPG itself was announced. Sadly at this time, like its online counterpart, this is Japan only. Kremlik would say it's slime time to play Dragon Quest. Not to be outdone by Dragon Quest, Sonic the Hedgehog came out swinging for its 30th birthday as well, as this case we actually mean that literally. As part of this year's events, Sonic is appearing in games you wouldn't expect, although one we kinda did. Sega quietly announced Tokyo 2020 a few days ago, which is still meant to coincide with the delayed 2020 Olympics. However, now it's not so quiet, as Sega announced Sonic in mascot form will be appearing in the game. 2 Point Hospital will also be invaded by Sonic and the crew, with the option to dress up your staff as the characters and Sonic-themed decor. Lost Judgment, the second in the Yakuza series spin-off, will feature Sonic the Fighters in its arcade, and Sega followed that up with the claim other collaborations with Sonic will happen this year, with the screen going block-like for a moment. Minecraft? Sega also revealed a new retro collection in the form of Sonic Origins. This pack will feature the first 3 Mega Drive/Genesis Sonic games, Sonic & Knuckles and Sonic CD, with extra content and features to be shared later this year. The major announcements came in the form of the Sonic Colors Ultimate. This new version was created by Blind Squirrel Entertainment, who worked on the recent Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Sonic Colors Ultimate features redone controls, upscaled graphics, 4K on consoles, and a new mode, Rival Rush, in which you race Metal Sonic. The game is set to release on September 7th on all major platforms, with the PC version being an Epic Store exclusive. To accompany this, a 2-part animated short, Sonic Colors Rise of the Wisps, is due this summer, featuring the recently rehired Roger Craig Smith as the voice of Sonic. Other announcements were limited time events for Sonic's mobile outings, Sonic Dash, Sonic Forces and Sonic Racing, an update on Netflix show Sonic Prime due next year, and finally a tease of Sonic's major next game. The next big title due out on all platforms in 2022 has yet to be named. It was due out this year, but a few months ago Sega stated that it would not feature in this year's events due to the current pandemic, and was best to delay it. Best that than another Sonic 06, eh? What's that? Sega accidentally called the new game by name in its press release? It's called Sonic Rangers? Oh no! Well, anyway. To round out the day almost one after the other, Techland's open-world zombie game sequel Dying Light 2 and Guerrilla Games' open-world Dinobot game sequel Horizon Forbidden West both showed off their games. Horizon Forbidden West features Aloy heading to the ruined city of San Francisco in a 14-minute long gameplay video run via the PlayStation 5. Aloy's new toolset includes a grappling hook called the Puller Caster and a not really but probably inspired take by Zelda's Breath of the Wild's glider, the Shield Wing. One of the core features Sony wanted to show off is the new underwater sections of the game seamlessly switching between surface and underwater biomes using the PlayStation 5's faster loading times. No other information was given outside of the gameplay footage, but the game is expected to release on both PlayStation 4 and 5 later this year. Techland was more open with information, considering its rocky start of announcing their game too early than reports of management and staff issues last year. What was known of Dying Light 2's content up until now was only said in terms of story in broad strokes. This video focuses on that. Set 20 years after the events of the first game, new protagonist Aidan Caldwell, while searching for his family, finds himself in the city, a metropolis of Villador, where the last 2% of humanity live. Techland states that Aidan will interact with the game's 3 factions, the Survivors, the Renegades and the Peacekeepers, which via story choices not only determine which become allies and enemies, but who controls the 2 major regions of the city. The team further expands on this by saying whoever controls the water and power of the city will not only change the way the world looks, but open up different faction-based tools in the game such as ziplines and trampolines. Darkness is once again a key feature of the game as exploration becomes more dangerous as the infected hunt, but this also gives opportunity as their nests would now be empty and free to loot. Dying Light 2's release date is December 7th on Xbox, PlayStation and PC. To round off the day with some good news, someone must have balanced the universe as Deep Silver tweeted out last week that not only are they officially working on a Timesplitters game, but a reformed Free Radical Design headed up by one of the former developers of the series, Steve Ellis and David Cook. The Timesplitters IP became a talking point again this year when it was discovered that Homefront: The Revolution actually was hiding a full 4K version of the Timesplitters 2 campaign. Intended to be just a small Easter egg, the development team of Dambuster Studios, who took over the game from Crytek UK, who were formerly the original Free Radical Design, had meant the game to soft lock after the first few levels and had just imported the game with cheats and all into Homefront. No one had properly tested the port, so players found the bypass via the in-game cheat codes. Now everything has come full circle, or is that a flat circle? God, no wonder no one talks about temporal physics. Started this week, Guild Wars 2 is reopening free access to the second season of its Living World story content as part of its lead up to its End of Dragons expansion reveal. However, you only have until the 31st of May to claim the first 2 episodes of the content. Once claimed, they will be unlocked permanently. After that, you will need to spend gems, the game's premium currency, which can be traded for in-game gold by the way. Over the next few weeks, the remaining episodes will open up their chance to claim for free again. Remember to log in regularly to do so. Solasta: Crown of the Magister has officially released. This kickstarted CRPG entered its 1.0 stage yesterday. This game, based on the Dungeons & Dragons 5.1 SRD rule set, lets you take control of 4 unique characters of your creation, dungeon delving and spinning tales over a mug of ale. Solasta has you thinking in 3 dimensions, having you climb, jump, dodge and push objects and even foes from cliffs. Beware as danger can be above as well as below. Solasta: Crown of the Magister is out now for PC platforms and Xbox Game Pass for PC. If you've had your head in a bucket these past 3 weeks, you would have missed that World of Warcraft: The Burning Crusade opens up on Blizzard's classic servers. Players enter the Dark Portal to Outland for the first time, the second time around. Bear in mind this time for raiders, Blizzard are opting to use the pre-nerf versions of bosses this time around, and remember that the $15 copy service is still open. The start officially is June 1st, although pre-patch is already underway. The second and major content release, Blackwood, releases next week as part of the Gates of Oblivion year of content for Elder Scrolls Online. This paid expansion takes players to the city of the same name, last featured in the Elder Scrolls 4, to uncover yet another Daedric plot. As this year's content release title would suggest, Oblivion portals are the new open world event content. However, it's the second main feature, the companion system, which finally gets inducted into the game that brings the MMORPG that much closer to being like its offline counterparts. ESO Blackwood releases June 1st on PC and Stadia, with the Xbox and PlayStation versions a week later on June 8th. Team up with a friend or enemy in this online-only microphone-required co-op espionage puzzle game, Operation Tango. Choose either the agent or hacker and share information to guide each other via security cams, find clues in documents for file unlock keys, or race down train cars to find your target. As long as one of you has the game, the other can opt for a friend pass, allowing them access to play by using the one purchase. This also extends via crossplay to other platforms. Operation Tango comes to PlayStation, Xbox and PC June 1st with a demo available now. Fancy a bit more Warhammer in your Doom or Titanfall today? Necromunda Hired Gun may fill that need. This first-person shooter sets you in the boots of a hired merc with the Warhammer 40k's Necromunda End of the Universe. Upgrade yourself and your loyal Cybermastiff with a wide range of weapons and tools you need, as the money is very good indeed. And yes, you can pet the dog. Necromunda Hired Gun releases June 1st on Xbox, PlayStation and PC. And that's it for this week's A Few Bits of News. Tune in next week for more news across the gaming industry, and as always, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, as well as hit that bell to get notified of the next video. If you'd like to chat to us live, then come join me every Tuesday, Wednesday and Friday evening over on Twitch, link in the description. Otherwise, we'll see you below in the comments.